Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to the podcast, episode 17. And 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 today or tonight, we are gonna talk about a lot of Cobra Kai stuff, Karate Kid Legends stuff, and just about everything Cobra Kai Karate Kid related. So yeah, um, introducing um my two co-hosts, Melissa
Bonsai, how's it going? Hope everyone's having
and
a happy holiday.
Darth Chosen.
Hey,
Yo, what's up,
CPO.
Chosen?
What's up? Sorry, I'm just talking to someone on Discord real quick. Give me a sec.
Um, yeah. Joe is on his way. He's eating right now, so he'll be on soon.
Yeah.
Uh,
So, CPO, what'd you think of the trailer for Karate Kid Legends?
Oh yeah, it's cool, but I'm not interested in what they're gonna do. But I'll still watch it regardless.
Yeah, I mean, like I was just telling Underground that yes, I know that they connected it to the to the Karate Kid universe, but I don't feel like it's connected to Cobra Kai just because of how like it feels like it's more connected to the Karate Kid OG film and um and the Kung Fu or Karate Kid 2010
yeah,
10 film more, and it just doesn't feel like it just doesn't feel like it's connected and to the Cobra Kai TV series itself. And to be honest, I wish that I I wish that they hadn't done the trailer before
Thank
part
you.
3 came out.
Thanks, Connor.
Um,
Appreciate it.
because now it feels like if something does happen to that dojo, it kind of
It's
like
a
in part
talk
3,
watch.
it kind of ruins that feeling, like them rebuilding it and them rebuilding it to make it look like what Mr. Miyagi's house like originally looked like from the original film. It just takes all of that away in a sense, you know? Dark Chosen, you there?
Yeah, sorry if I'm not talking that much. I'm just
Yeah.
busy chatting with someone on Discord. Something interesting topics.
Yeah. But yeah, that's how it that's how it just feels like. And to be honest, like like I agree with karate on the on this one. It just doesn't make it just doesn't add up. Like, why would Daniel go all the way to Brooklyn just to train this one kid? It's and I know that they'll probably have it make sense in the movie itself, but
I
it's
hope they
just
do,
like what?
though.
What?
I hope they do, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like they'll probably have it make sense in the and legend and the Karate Kid Legends movie. But it's just like I mean, don't get me wrong, this plot is a way
Better one.
it is a way better one, way better one
Yeah,
than
I
the
feel
one
you
that they
on
were
that one.
originally going with. I mean, oh my god, that was awful. And Jakey the girl
Yeah,
and
I feel you.
Jakey the girly, no, karate is not a hater. you're a hater because you keep coming on here to harass everyone here. You're a hater. Karate's not a hater. He's just being honest,
Yeah.
and like to be honest myself, he has a lot of valid points. I mean, and he is going to be fair. He is going to give this film a chance, even if he says that even if he's already made up his mind about whether or not if it's going to be good or not. But
Yeah. I'm not huge
he's got a lot of
fan
valid
of
points about this, and I don't
Cobra
blame him
Kai
for
and
being
finally
concerned.
excited for part 3 and the karate. So am I, Connor.
Yeah. Listen, I'm sure part 3 at the end will explain why the dojo looks the way that it does. I'm hoping it does.
Yeah.
But at the same time, though, the trailer itself kind of spoiled it. Like if something
Oh
happened
yeah.
to Miyagi-Do,
Oh yeah. It kind of did in a way.
yeah, because if something bad happens to Miyagi-Do, like if it gets burned down or blown up, guess what? We just saw it. We just saw it before part 3
Yeah.
in the Karate Kid Legends, and we know it's going to get rebuilt. Hey, Joe.
Yo, what's
Hey,
up, Joe?
sorry about that,
What's
guys.
up?
I was having some dinner.
Oh no, all
No
good.
worries, bro. No worries.
All good.
So yeah, so what I was saying
Get
is
me up to speed. What was I
we're
what have I
talking
been missing?
we're talking about Karate Kid Legends.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
right now.
what have I missed? What's the narrative of the topic so far?
We're talking about like the trailer and how it doesn't necessarily feel like it's connected to the Cobra Kai series, even though we all know it's connected to the universe, but it feels more like it's connected to the OG Karate Kid movie.
Well, you know what I think is
And
really interesting, and I'm
and the
go ahead.
2010 Karate Kid / Kung Fu Kid.
Well, what I think is really interesting about that is this is how I would do it. If you're gonna go multiverse and you're gonna do things in this way, I think the best way to do this is to make this story feel like an isolated incident. So I know that we would never say these two things are in the same world. Some universes they have time travel, some universes they don't have time travel. But one thing I'll say that's pretty interesting is I feel that if you view this like in the Avengers, they have movies where they're like kind of side missions, right? Certain characters that go on their arcs and go on different journeys. And like if you really think about it, Cobra Kai has done a lot of things for Daniel's character, but with only 5 episodes left, they're not going to be able to finish that story completely.
Right.
It's going to be open-ended. Karate Kid Legends is a chance to finish that story properly.
Yeah, and that too. And I was just saying, like while I know it's connected to the to the Karate Kid universe, I'm not denying that. It just doesn't from the trailer. It just doesn't feel like it's connected to Cobra Kai itself. Now, part 3 and the movie could change all that, and I'm not denying. And I've said this on Karate Kid's stream. Cobra Kai Karate's stream that but I'm sure I'm gonna love this. I'm sure I'm gonna love this movie, and I'm gonna continue, and I'll continue to love Cobra Kai as well. But it's just I'm gonna prefer to think of it like as a movie that exists as its own, that's just connected to the if they don't mention any of the characters or give that feel that it is a continuation of Cobra Kai itself, I'm just gonna continue. I'm just gonna think like it's more connected to the movies than it is to the TV series.
And we'll get future spin-offs for now. Looking at Karate Kid Legend trailer feels like not only is not canon to the movie, but Karate Kid 2 and 3 and the next Karate Kid don't feel like they. Well, here's the thing you got to look at. I feel like for me, the more you think of it as its own thing, the more you can kind of enjoy it. Everybody expecting how it connects it, they're asking questions that don't matter. And
Yeah.
And
that
that's
was the biggest
and
problem.
that's my thing too, is like that's what I'm saying is like mentally I'm not really connecting it to the Cobra Kai show itself, and more like
I mean, it could
connecting
be
it to more like connecting it to the movies
for all we know, there
and
could
having it
be.
exist as like its own movie continuation.
I will be honest. One thing that I thought about during this trilogy is remember the word. This movie does come out this movie comes out next summer. So one thing I want to mention that I think is very evident that people don't realize, and even though this trilogy gave much more footage than the Superman trilogy, I did finally watch today. The word I want to say for movies that come out next year, if a movie is coming out next year, we're getting marketing right now. I will say this, and I will continue to say this until the end of time. And the only way that I can say that is, hey, this is a teaser. It is only a taste of what we can expect from these stories and from the footage and the marketing of these projects.
Yeah.
And so the thing that we need to understand is when we get a more closer to the release date, we get a more full look, we'll have more to really talk about.
And I think that and Joe, what you just said, like I think the next trailer that we might get for Cobra Kai Legends will probably come out after Part 3. I'm assuming.
And that's one thing I was going to say. I think this trailer they purposely were holding back because they know that there maybe there's certain things in the movie that they can't mention until a certain point.
I think after Part 3, expect more stuff from the next trailer.
Yeah, I think so too. Because Chose and I were talking about. I don't know if I missed it earlier, but Chose and I have been talking about it for a while. How the Miyagi-Do dojo looks different.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
We were just talking about that too.
it really does look different.
Yeah,
Yes.
it does.
I mean,
Chosen, did you tell them about what you told me about what the adults and the kids are going to do different things during Part 3?
You know what? Now, I'm gonna talk about the final brawl, okay? Because I know people want a final brawl. You know how cool it'd be, and Melissa, you wanted them to top the second Tiger brawl. Maybe this is the only way I could see it happen.
Mhm.
Imagine there's two fights taking place in different places, right? The kids fight happened at the Miyagi-Do dojo. The adults fight happened in Korea, where Master Kim is. And they go back and forth. They go back and forth one place to the other place, one place. That would be so cool, and that might top the second Tiger brawl.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing of it is too, if that like going off of what you said, and this has been my theory too for a while about Miyagi-Do burning down Miyagi-Do or blowing it up, whatever.
Yeah.
If that happens in Part 3, the fact that they showed the OG Mr. Miyagi's house, how it looked in the in the teaser trailer for Karate Kid Legends, it kind of ruins that, because because we know it's going to get rebuilt. We not only get rebuilt, but also restored back to what it originally looked like before. So
hold on, Joe. Can I say something real quick? Can I be real honest about this whole thing with people saying how they keep ruining stuff for this movie? I'm not even surprised anymore about how things are getting spoiled with the movie and the show now, because I'm used to it now, especially after Part 2, how Kwan's death got spoiled. People are like, oh no, that's BS. Yeah, that's BS. Before Part 2, that was BS, which, yeah, I get it, it's BS. The way the leaker said it was BS, but, it was spoiled, right? Kwan's death was spoiled for almost everyone here. Like, everyone in the stream right now. And, so I'm not even surprised that they showed that shot in the trailer. I'm not even surprised anymore.
Oh, hey, I'll be honest, I didn't want to believe it.
Here's the thing, Underground. I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all.
I didn't want to believe it either. I really didn't, and that's why I denied it so hard. I just didn't want to believe that something that big would just get spoiled.
I knew because it's from the trailer. I knew because when they showed the shot where Kwon was holding the knife in the trailer, I was like, yep, it's real. Just from the trailer. I was like, yep.
No, I know, but when you suggested it through a leak, that's like Underground, I didn't want to believe that something like that would get leaked.
Yeah, but it got leaked before the trailer came out, and then when the trailer came out, like the part 2 trailer, and you saw that shot in the end where the person was holding the knife in the end of the trailer, people were assuming that was Quan, and that's where it got spoiled for them. The trailer spoiled it for them because he was holding that. It was like, yeah, okay.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, that was the reason why. Like, I didn't want to believe it, like Underground,
Yeah, because I remember you told me. I don't know which one was it. I remember you told me you thought it might be Master Kim as a flashback or Silver. I remember you told me that like a while ago.
Like I wanted to believe that because I just didn't want it. I just didn't want it to get spoiled, Like,
and then it ruined people's experience.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm gonna just say right now, stay away from part 3 stuff because I don't know if this is just I have a feeling this is BS. By the way, the thing I'm about to say because I think I said in the group chat. Apparently, the Robbie and Axel fight got leaked. I think this is BS. There's no way it got leaked because I was trying to look for it. I'm like, no, this is BS. No way.
No. Yeah. They showed that in the Back to the Dojo.
Yeah, but apparently someone said the full thing got leaked. The whole scene got leaked. Apparently.
Oh God.
I hope that's false. By the way, I hope that's false. Like I don't want anyone else getting spoiled by that scene.
Yeah. No, I'm not even.
That's a big scene. Apparently.
I'm not even looking for it. Honestly, I'm really not even looking for it. So I'm not.
Yeah, don't look for it because apparently that scene I can confirm right now. That scene is a big scene. I don't want anyone looking for that scene. That Robbie and Axel fight, it's pretty.
Yeah. I'm not
guys,
looking for part 3 leaks. So.
Wait, what, Underground?
Hey guys, I have news that I forgot to mention that I have 13 photos in this podcast.
13. I'm interested what the photos are.
Cool.
I'm interested what the photos are around the photos. One of them better be Sensei Kim. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean, Underground.
No.
Oh wow. Okay.
They're all right. These photos have nothing to do with her.
Underground, are you serious? I thought she's your favorite character, bro.
Let's show the photos if you can.
Oh, man,
She is my favorite character, but
hey, Underground, I respect you. I respect you still. All right, we're cool.
Okay. These are
not yet.
Karate Kid Legends pictures.
All right.
Oh, okay. Are they? Yeah, I think I know what pictures you're talking about because I think I've seen them.
I think after you show the photos, I do want to share some my screen after you show it because I have something to show you guys. It's not a leak, by the way. It's not a leak. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I will say, I do love this photo. I will say, even though I'm not.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's a nice photo.
Yeah, and I like how they got the actress Ming Na Wen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice.
I think that's great casting. I don't care what it says. As much as I'm not excited for the movie, I'm going to say that was good casting right there.
Yeah.
All right. Next photo.
All right. Oh, there's the house. You know another thing? One thing I want to say I noticed. There was a lot more cars in the dojo that we saw from season 6. There was a lot more cars. I didn't notice that. But
I don't know if you noticed, but one of them got moved to the other side.
Yeah, I did notice that actually. I don't know how I when I was watching the trailer, it got moved from the other side. Yeah, you know what a lot of people are theorizing where the kids are in the dojo. I have a theory on some of the kids and where they are right now during this
Oh, what
time.
is it?
I think Sam, for example, his daughter, she's probably in Okinawa training her students, Axel, whatever. We're probably gonna know about this by part 3. And then
Yep.
for Robbie,
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Robbie's probably with Sam in Okinawa and training the students too.
What about
That's what I'm
Miguel?
guessing. Miguel, I would say right now in this current time, he's probably already doing really well in college in Stanford. Probably doing really well because this is 3 years after, right? So he's probably doing really well. Probably
Yeah.
successful.
And what about Tori?
Tori is still questionable. I don't know what Tori's doing. That's not a question in my head.
You know,
I
you
think
know, you know what? I have a feeling. And this is just a feeling. I have a feeling in part 3 that like Tori and Robbie are gonna. You know how they've sort of pushed Miguel and Sam kind of like to the side a little bit. Sam more than Miguel. I have a feeling that they're gonna do this with Tori and Robbie and give Sam and Miguel the more of the spotlight in this part.
Can I add on to what you said there? I am a little worried for Tori's side because I kind of hope they don't give her Tori's win without earning it. I kind of hope they earn that win because I don't want them just all of a sudden just give her the win like, oh, she got the Sekataiga win. I want them to actually earn that win. So even though here's the thing, I don't think Tori, even though Tori's gonna get sidelined a little bit, I still think Tori, the build up to her win will still be there in the beginning of part 3.
Oh, I do too.
It won't be that much though. It won't be that much, just a little bit.
And I think it'll be because of Sam.
I think that's the thing. I actually would rather have them balance Tori and Sam and have them focus on both
Honestly,
of them.
I would too. Honestly, they should have done that. They sucked at balancing the arcs this season.
I agree actually. Like I actually agree with you on this one because I was like, why
I see it too. I see
honestly,
it.
You know,
they should have really honestly, if I'm being honest, they should have balanced Johnny Daniels and they should have honestly these are where the arcs should have been. For parts 1, 2, and 3. Johnny Daniels, Miguel's, Sam, Tori's, and Robbie's, and with Hawk and Dimitri and Anthony and Devin and Kenny as secondary characters, like them just being part of the arcs, not them just being part of the arcs, not them having their own personal arcs. They added, forget the other characters, forget adding, forget adding new characters. Like focus on the characters you have.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like it or not, whether people like it or not, it's when it comes to the teens, these are the 3 teens that started the show.
True.
Robbie, Sam, and Miguel.
Yep.
And it needs to focus on them. And
that's what I want to point out something real quick. Can I point out something about Sam real quick? That what they could have done for part 2. You know what they could have done for part 2 and for Sam's character? I would have them throughout part 2. Have Sam have this role where she's like, "Do I want to win this tournament? Right? Do I want to win this tournament?" Like, and then like that's how Sam should be in part 2. Like, do I want to win this tournament? Is it really important or is it really for me? And then when we get to Kwan's death, that's where she realized that Mr. Miyagi was right and why he's so against tournaments. That's what they should have done with Sam.
Another thing too is they should have had scenes where they showed her being a leader. Like,
thank you,
captain.
I agree with that.
I mean, in all honesty, like they acted like Robbie was the only captain. Like, why did they even bother making Sam captain too? They should have just had one captain, Robbie. That's it.
I mean, know what? Can I be honest real quick? I know a lot of people will disagree with me. I would have just had Tori be the Miyagi-Do captain, honestly. Because if they, it just doesn't work. Like, why would you have Sam be the captain and do nothing?
I mean, I guess because they wanted Tori back at Cobra Kai.
It just doesn't work for me. Like, I want to, because here's the thing about Sam. Okay, I want to explain something about Sam real quick. My biggest issue with Sam in this part is that she doesn't play a big captain role. Because, for example, when she was calling out, now I know a lot of people think it was funny where she roasted Devin, but at the same time, was that captain material at the same time?
No.
Actually, believe it or not, it was in a sense because it's what gave Devin the motivation to the push that she
I just
needed
wish Sam said it a lot better.
to confront to tell Johnny the truth.
I will
and to
say,
be
I
honest,
do wish, yeah.
And to be honest, this she was right.
Like, yeah, she was right, but I just feel like the wording was
with a lot of what she said with Johnny, you know, like with Johnny and with Johnny, the kid, the guy that loves to yell quiet at everybody, just stood there in silence while Sam was telling him off. You know, and
I just don't get some of the stuff that's been going on this season. Like, I don't know what is happening this season. What is the real thing that's happening this season? That's the one thing I don't get anymore. Like, what is really happening? Because I'm watching this season, right? I'm sitting here.
It's like what Karate said. It feels like it's all over the place, and
it
shouldn't feel that way. But I mean, truthfully, I just hope that they give Sam something to do. Like
I honestly at this point, just have her play a big role when it comes to Axel's character. Just do that. It's so simple, writers. How is it that hard to make her be a mentor?
Have her be like take on more of a sensei role. I mean, I know they did a lousy job. I will admit, even if they do that, yes, I will wholeheartedly agree with Cobra Kai with Cobra Kai Karate. They did a really lousy job of setting that up. Of Sam taking on leadership or mentorship.
Yeah, I 100%.
Because they feel like they had moments where they could have set her up with it, like when she when she promised to train Anthony, in season 5. They didn't do anything.
Where is that? Where is that?
That's what I'm saying. They didn't do anything with it, and then they have her. And wait, hold on. They have her be captain at the end of part 1. What did they do with it? Nothing. They put it all on Robbie and to an extent Miguel, because Miguel was carrying that team and he was giving Robbie the brotherly love, the brotherly shove that he needed to be a captain. And was like, you know, you have 2 captains here. You could have had scenes where Sam was shown leading where Robbie wasn't, you know, like equally balancing each other out, you know. You know, and was like why was she captain?
Here's the thing though, can I mention something real quick? Here's what I would have done. Okay, for part 1. You know what I would have done with Sam part 1?
What?
I would have had her train Anthony throughout part 1.
Okay,
that's what I would have done. And then in part 2, you have her play a big leader role, and she's helping Devin, Dimitri, Hawk. Like, she's helping them. You know? Like, that's what I would have done.
Right.
I have an opinion.
What?
I think they gave Sam the leadership role because besides Daniel, he knows Miyagi-Do more than anyone else.
Yeah,
I don't want to. I just here's the thing. I get that, but I just don't get why they didn't like.
Set it up better.
Yeah, like why? Like I just feel like, you know what I would have done for episodes 6, 7, and sometimes 8. I would have Sam play a big role in episodes 6, 7, and 8. You know why? and mainly episode 7, because you know what episode 7 could have been about? Mainly, I would have had episode 7 mainly be about Sam being a mentor and having that leadership role
Right.
towards Devin, Dimitri, and Hawk. And being a
Let
good
me say something real quick. I'm not silenced, Full House fan. I'm just I'm just listening to everyone else. I'm not mad. I'm just
Joe's just listening to what we're saying.
I'm just listening to what
Joe,
you're
Joe,
What
Joe,
are
what
the-
do you,
what are the-
Joe, what do you think of what we were saying?
Yeah, I was gonna add to it. I'm gonna throw a real hot take right now. It's gonna throw people on the bus. I've been doing some really smart reflecting, and someone who has been writing his own movie. I'll be really honest. I love John, Josh, and Hayden. I don't trust the big three anymore. I really don't, because season 5, I've started to come around to everything. Where people have said this thing about season 5 in a lot of ways feeling like a good ending, right? And there's a lot of things that we're going to get finalized for, but in order to get a final season to get the closure that they want, all these characters are being skipped. If you go back and look at season 5, Johnny doesn't even barely act as Johnny should in this season. This bickering shouldn't be going on between him and Daniel, and I know it's hopefully over, but why do we waste 2 whole halves of a season on just going back to square one?
Can I mention something about Johnny real quick?
Yeah.
I don't know why, but people have been sleeping on season 5 Johnny. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, season 5 Johnny was MVP, bro. Like, this dude.
Yeah.
Like,
I'll be honest. I told Chosen this earlier today. We should not have done the Sekai Tekai. As cool as it was to see, I think we should have left season 5 the way it was, and we would have had a good ending.
Yeah.
Because
here's my issue, Joe. Why I do it in the final season? That's my issue. Why?
Agree.
Well, because there's no time. Like, you have so many stuff happening, and then you have the Sekai Tekai.
We've seen good writers do this with short amount of episodes, but I'll be honest, and I know this might make me lose some credibility, but I just have to speak my mind.
Yeah.
I'm not happy with the creators. I know there's a difference between the writing and the creators, but the creators have always pushed themselves to the part of the writing process and focus on the writing of the show. And I don't know if it's because they're being forced to pick the wrong writers, or if our writers have lost their touch. But someone is not doing what they should be doing. Because
I don't know what it is, Joe. This season doesn't feel like the past 5 seasons. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I mean, here's what could have happened, what should have maybe should have happened. They do the first 5 seasons, and they do the Sekai Tekai as a movie with Cobra Kai.
I would have preferred that. And as much as I'm looking forward to Karate Kid Legends, they should have done, hey, here's our 5 seasons, and now instead of a season 6, you're getting a movie.
That could have been so much better. You know how cool it'd be if they made the movie 2 hours long, and then you have the first half being the training stuff, right? The first half of the movie, and then the back half is the Sekai Tekai, and then the ending. Like, is it that hard?
No.
Yeah, no, I just I 100% I have a feeling that they're gonna do this because they've stated multiple times that Sam and Miguel are their 2 favorite characters. So I have a feeling that Robbie and Tori are going to get sidelined in this part, and Sam and Miguel are going to shine bright and I think with Miguel winning the Sekai Tekai and Sam being a sensei. Now, I don't like how they set her, how they just decide, like how they didn't set her up to be a sensei, but
yeah,
it's gonna. I have a feeling it's gonna be that way. You know.
Wait, I have a question.
Go ahead, Chosen.
I don't know when was this. This was a while ago. Did you guys remember when someone said that apparently Miguel and Sam are going to go back to golf and stuff in part 3? I remember someone said this a while ago.
Yeah, I remember.
So what if, okay, because you mentioned the Hayden tweet. This might lead into Hayden's tweet. What if in the early episodes of part 3, Sam Miguel goes there, they want to have a good time, like they want to forget about what happened last part, they want to have a good time, but then Axel interrupts it and ruins it for them. Because
I mean, how would he know to go to golf and stuff? Like,
Axel Silver, he knows everything about the valley. Silver knows where everything is in the valley. He's smart. Smart guy.
That is
But the thing of it is, though, Sam's not interested.
true.
Like, Sam's not interested in Axel as anything more than a friend.
I mean, but Axel will take that the wrong way at the same time. Like, he's gonna go after Miguel mainly. Like I'm worried for my boy Miguel, bro, in part 3.
Yeah.
Well, what people need to understand is that when you are when you have a goal in sight and you have someone that your senseis are just like that, your sensei is just crazy. Like, it's bad enough having Silver there, but having Wolf there, I just feel like the whole idea is. I keep saying this, and I keep pitching this. If I would have wrote this, I would have made it more clear that Axel, that they showed just how much, like, hopefully when you going from what we saw in part 2 heading to part 3, there'll be a big enough transition of how Axel has changed considering how he acted in part 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Can I be honest real quick, Joe, about the whole Axel thing? I know people think that Axel should be a good guy. Now, at the end, yes, but I kind of want them to have Axel be the villain a little bit in part 3. Have him be the villain.
I think, like, in all honesty, I think he'll be in between. Like,
because I just feel like what was the point if you're gonna make Axel?
I think Zara is gonna be. I think Zara is gonna be like. Here's how I think. I think in the beginning, he'll be like in the middle, like with Sam, like with Sam having a good influence on him. Towards the middle, I think Wolf is gonna like find out about that and beat his mind into submission so much. And with Silver's help, because don't forget, Silver's an ex-war veteran, so he knows all types of mind tricks.
Yeah, that's true.
And when he gets to that tournament, Axel is gonna be a not a villain, because like Silver and Wolf, they're the villains. I think like Axel will be sort of like the antagonist or the the bully in the in the tournament, and then towards the end, his thanks to Miguel beating him, that'll snap his mind back, back to normal, and I think like that, and he'll go back to, and then because of Sam's influence, he'll go back to he'll be on the good guy. He'll be on the good guy side permanently.
Can I be honest real quick? I don't like that. You know why? One of the reasons why I don't like that. What was the point of killing Quan off then? You could have still had Quan be the final villain.
Right. Well, that was an accident.
Who is the male villain? Who is the male teen villain? Who is the male?
That's the thing. That's the thing I'll say that I'm a little annoyed about. All I wanted from this show is. Quan was the closest thing we got to like having a true villain for the teens, and he really only had one rivalry with one character. So
what about Miguel? Like, what about Miguel?
So
I don't want Axel to be the hero. I want him to be the villain. I don't care what anyone says. Axel should be the villain. I don't care. If Axel,
what do you think, Joe? Do you think about what do you think, Joe? Do you agree with me or CVO?
I think they dropped the ball. I think they don't have a good teen villain, and that makes me upset.
Like, what was the point of Quan? Like,
people over Quan, and then like with you, I'm kind of in the middle, Melissa, because I'm like, I agree with Chosen that I know that they're not going to make him a villain, but at least take him the full Hawk route and let him do some really dark things. I
just feel like if they don't do anything with Axel, what was the whole point of the season?
Oh yeah, no. That's what I'm saying. Like you're missing what I'm saying. Like in the beginning, like he'll be in between. Like
I don't want him to be in between the beginning. You know how I would have done it? Here's the thing. Hold on. Here's the thing, Melissa. I would have had him be the villain from the beginning until the end of episode 14. That's how I would have done it.
I mean, but if you want to show Sam like being like if you want to show Sam being a good she could still
try to get. Here's the thing: she could still try to connect with Axel, but I don't think it's gonna work this time. That's how I think it's gonna go. Like she'll try, but I don't think it's gonna work this time.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of things though too is that people are gonna be treating Axel as like he's a murderer, and we know that.
Miguel. Here's the thing: for Miguel, I don't blame Miguel.
No, for Miguel, I don't blame him at all.
No, because Miguel, he has reasons, but for everyone else who's like for example, like imagine Axel. He sees like a random person in the valley, and they call him murder, murder, murder. Of course, Sam's gonna defend him. Like you don't even know who Axel is, and you're just calling him murder.
Right, and that's what I mean. So I think like in the beginning, he'll be sort of like in between, because that's going to give Wolf more ammunition to beat him, like
Yeah.
really
Yeah,
beat.
that's true, actually.
So that's what I'm saying. Like in the beginning, he'll be in between, like, but because of Sam's influence, whether she influences him directly or indirectly. It's going to
Yeah.
be like, because and Wolf is going to see that, and that's what's going to cause him and Silver to beat him really bad,
You know
really
what?
bad, so that he's a beast in the tournament. And that's going to be his villain role, or his bully role in the tournament, that
Yeah.
Miguel has to really beat, especially if he injures Robbie. Like that's going to get
Yeah.
like,
Okay.
yeah, and then at the end, like when he snaps out of it, thanks to Miguel beating him, like that's where he like, especially if there's an attack at the Miyagi-Do dojo, that's where he really pulls a Hawk move
Can
and
I
switches
can
over
I
to
say something
Miyagi-Do.
about the Robbie injury real quick that I want to mention? The
What?
one thing I hope they don't do is that when Robbie gets injured, right? The episode Robbie gets injured, and then the next episode, you see Sam talking to Axel. He's like, she's confronting him, right? Like she's talking to him basically. Then Miguel comes in. He's like, oh. Miguel comes in. He's like, stay away from her. And then Sam's like, stop Miguel. I hope that doesn't happen, please.
I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen. All right.
I want to go back to season 1.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
I want to add something here. I'll say this, and I'm only going to say this once. If, after Robbie gets injured, if Sam still somehow finds a way, even though her boyfriend is about to fight a literal monster, and she still goes, no, it's not his fault. We can.
You know what I want? Joe. Oh my God, Joe. I have an idea. If that happens, I hope Hawk is there. You know what I want Hawk to say? I want to say, shut the F up about Axel. He's a monster. I want Hawk to say that.
Here's what I think is going to happen. Here, honestly, I really don't think Sam is going to say that. I really don't. Hold on. What I think is going to happen is she's going to tell Miguel to aim for Axel's left side.
Right, but that's only if these writers are actually good still. That's the problem.
I'm sorry, I don't trust the writers, Melissa. That's the problem. I do not
old habits.
I do not trust the writers with that. Like, yes, it can happen, but let's not forget this is season 6 we're talking about. Like the writers, I don't know.
I don't think Sam's gonna say that. I really don't.
If Sam says that, guys, okay, I'm gonna say right now, I want everyone's ears. If Sam says that, I'm throwing my TV off my balcony. If Sam says that.
Off the balcony.
I don't care. I'm done with her character. This is the moment I'm done with her.
No, I don't think she's gonna say that.
Sam needs to. Here's the thing. Can I say something? Sam needs to understand that this guy is a monster now. You need to understand that, Sam.
I think she will. But it's like we don't know if she's gonna say that. Like, in all honesty, we could be debating over nothing because we don't know.
I'm hoping we're wrong. I hope we're wrong.
But honestly, there's no indication that she will say that.
I mean, we want to have our hopes, but I think the whole thing that I worry about is I've noticed. I rewatched part 2 a couple more times. I watched part 1. I've done a lot more digging, and as I've been writing my own script for my movie, as I've been watching other TV shows that, in my opinion, have stronger writers throughout, these guys started to slip. Like, you can say, oh, Netflix didn't do the marketing, but whatever their excuse is, I firmly believe it. You can see in the show, either they got all new writers and they suck, or our guys lost their touch. Because there are things that should not happen. If you're a consistent writer, there are mistakes that you do not make, and they're being made. They should not be resetting Johnny and Daniel's relationship. They should not be having our characters in the final season of the show. I get that Netflix, they've always pitched the show and it's on YouTube Red to kind of that teen audience, but I'm sorry. Okay, I know they're in high school, but I'm sorry, and I mean this I hope children doesn't get offended by this. but Netflix is not the CW. Get that CW garbage out of here. I'm sick of it. Like,
I know what you're trying to do, Joe. You did
like,
not just.
I know it was in season 2, but my biggest fear, Melissa, because I do not trust these big three anymore, is my biggest fear is that we have another big fight, and Axel is fighting Miguel, and Axel and Miguel are in the intense fight, which you feel super serious, and then it gets undercut because the writing is so bad that literally they do a rehash of season 2, and as they're fighting, you get a scene where Axel's like, she doesn't love you, Miguel. She loves me.
This is basically Robbie versus Miguel again, if you think about it.
God, I hated
a
that.
problem. It's like they've shown too much rehashes. I mean, the power scaling doesn't even make sense anymore. They keep changing. They keep dogging on Hawk every single time. They destroyed Dimitri's character in the same season. It's bad.
Like, this is how I would explain it, Joe. Miguel is Miguel, Axel's Robbie, if you think about it.
Yep. There's no coming back from it. They keep making mistakes that they should not be making.
It's getting repetitive now. Like, you could have done something different. It's getting repetitive now. Like, I can see it.
Like, I've seen a lot of
part 3. Do you think part 3 could fix it? They
No, I'm sorry, Melissa. It's too late to fix it. After 10 episodes, it's too late. I'm sorry. There's no way.
There's not a lot.
Yeah.
Wait, Joe, what do you think?
Kind of is too late, though.
In only 5 episodes left, all they can do is salvage what they have. They can't.
It's too late. Like, you can't do anything about it. Like,
the best thing they're going to do, I predict this. The only person I think is going to get a proper resolution in this show, because it actually is about this one character, is Johnny. I think Johnny's going to be the only one that gets a proper resolution, because it's Johnny. And it's his show. And people forget that. I hate that people forget that this is Johnny's show.
Oh, no, I don't forget it. I don't forget it.
No, I'm not talking about you, but other people do. Everyone else cares about every single other character, but nobody remembers what the show is even about from the beginning. And it annoys the crap out of me.
Oh my God, John! It just makes you laugh when you said that. When you said that this is becoming the CW of love.
So I'm over them. I know I'm 31 years old, but I'm over the freaking teen drama so much.
Oh, Miguel and Axel Stam love drama.
We shouldn't have had it in season 6.
What are we doing anymore? What are we doing, bro?
There was nothing in Dimitri's character that would turn him into Bully McGuire and make him go, "Oh, you know what? That's a nice girl. I'm gonna blow off everything I have with Yasmin just to go." And he's supposed to be the smart one. He's gonna just go
and then you see Sam. You know what's funny, Joe? You see Sam. She's at the beach, she's walking, and she looks at Axel. She sees him shirtless. Ooh, we're about to go crazy here tonight.
Oh, guys.
Yeah, but I will be fair though. She didn't do anything. She didn't flirt. She didn't do anything. She was just nice to him.
You know my problem with that, the whole Axel and Sam thing and the bonding thing. I feel like they put in the wrong episode. I don't know. Like, I just feel like they put in the wrong episode.
What episode would you have put it in?
Like, why would you put in the same episode where Miguel is getting worried for his mom? That's my problem. It kind of gives Sam a bad look.
A worthy resolution, but I'm just.
It just kind of gives Miguel Sam the bad look, because you're really trying to get the fans to hate on her character again. That's what you're trying to do. Like, the writers are really trying to get. I'm blaming the writers actually for.
I know they love these characters, but Sam in particular, and I noticed there's been seasons she's been bad, there's been seasons she's been good, but I had a lot of hope for Sam in season 6, and I really feel that Sam is not being respected in season 6. And I really feel that, well, I know, Melissa, you said you were fine with it to an extent, but the way that she is written in season 6, part 2, to me is the most. Dimitri was the worst, but was not. Yes. Like I literally cannot believe how bad they wrote her.
I did not like Sam in episode 6 and episode 7. I didn't like her in those 2 episodes because she was pissing me off. Like, I don't know if you guys saw my reaction. I was getting upset. Like, I was trying so hard.
I thought I was there with you.
Yeah, you were upset too, Joe. You were upset too. I saw you getting upset too.
I couldn't stand her. I don't know what they were doing to her, but they're just. She's not the same likable character she once was.
I
Here's the thing, Joe.
And I'm hoping in part 3 that they change that.
Here's the thing, Joe. Can I say something real quick? You know my problem is, and I told the chosen one this. They threw away Sam's growth in part 1. I'm gonna just say it right now. They threw that away because you have her get growth in part 1. You threw that away because of episode 6 and 7, whatever episode I did not like.
You know what's really sad when you think of the big thing, when you think of what they had to set up and what their potential and stuff they have. One thing that they should be doing instead of making all these new storylines is honor the storylines that need to be finished. I don't know. I haven't seen all the leaks for part 3, so I can't say this is certain for sure. But if part 1 is really all we got is Sean, what was the point of bringing Sean back? What was the point? Because the whole idea was that we wanted him to come back for so long, and now he coming back and he just has one fight and talks with Kenny for a little bit, and that's it. That's all.
I just feel like this season they gave us something, but they threw it away.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're doing with the season. You have Sam getting growth in part 1. You threw that away. You have who else? You have Tori joining Miyagi, finally embracing Miyagi. You threw it away and have her join Cobra Kai. You have what else? What else you have? Kreese is getting redemption, but you threw that away in this season.
Yeah, I would love to know what if Sam defends Axel like Michael Scott says in The Office. No.
You know what? Can I say something, Joe? If every time Sam defends Axel, every time she defends Axel, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna leave the stream and go somewhere else. I'm not gonna watch.
If she defends him to other characters, but not really to Miguel. I mean, like she could explain to Miguel like Axel's situation.
But it's kind of too late for that now. If you think about it, because you got.
And I'm talking about before the tournament, not right before the tournament, like in the beginning, like in the first couple of episodes.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Melissa. You're forgetting episode 10 and how that went. Like, she could have told him way before episode 10, like episode 9.
Maybe she felt like it wasn't her place. I don't know, but if like.
And Jacob made a good point about this. I don't know. Can I say something real quick? I seen Kevin and the other guys' reaction to episode 10 because I was their Patreon subscription. I did that, and then I saw their reaction to episode 10. And Jacob made a good point. That scene where Sam and Miguel are talking, Axel staring down Miguel in episode 10. Jacob said this. He's like, "Oh, Sam, you know how you were putting so much the S word to Robbie in episode 6? How about you tell Miguel the truth and what's going on with you and Axel? And what's going on? Why he's so mad at him?"
I mean,
Jacob makes us a good point about that, though, because Sam was getting mad at Robbie because he's doing a terrible job as captain. I'm like, bro, first of all, Sam, you shouldn't be mad at Robbie. You did terrible too in episode 7, the beginning of episode 7. Did you forget about that? You also did terrible. So why are you getting upset? I understand Miguel. Miguel, I get it, because he's actually carrying the team. I get why he's upset. Like, I don't blame Miguel. He's cool. But Sam, you should be mad. You did terrible. You, Dimitri, Hawk, everyone.
Yeah, I agree. But she did explain to Miguel, like when Miguel was telling her about that stare down from Axel.
I just wish, you know what I wish though? I wish she told them about the abusing in that part. I wish she told them.
I mean, I kind of get why maybe she felt like it wasn't her place. I don't know, or that she shouldn't. I mean, and it does set her up to tell him like the.
I just feel like
in the beginning of part 3.
Here's the thing, Melissa. Here's my big problem with that.
If Miguel, hold on, if Miguel starts complaining to Sam about him, like why are you talking to him? Why are you being nice to him? He's a murderer, and Sam might say. It was an accident, and just give him a break, and then explain to him what you saw.
Oh God, I'm gonna close my eyes if that happens. I'm gonna close my eyes. I'm gonna just sit there and be like, why are we doing this?
I have a question.
Yeah, what's up, Underground?
I hear everything you guys are saying, and I respect your guys' sayings and opinions, but what part of the movie is this scene in? Do you guys think?
Probably. I think it's like after he meets Daniel.
Yeah. Someone asked me earlier today, by the way. Someone asked me earlier today that CVO, which character do you prefer, Quan or Sam? I don't know. I didn't answer this earlier because I was so busy, and I said Quan. Quan is a better character than Sam. Yeah, I said it.
Oh yeah, guys.
Oh.
I um I think I think that Lee is going to be a Miyagi-Do student.
I agree with that actually. Now thinking about it, now thinking about it, I agree because you see. Oh, by the way, that happened
because of this picture right here.
Can I talk about this real quick? You know the one thing I don't like about this scene, the whole headband. So you're telling me, Daniel, you're telling me you're giving a random kid a new headband, but you don't give Sam a headband?
Right. You don't give Robbie a headband?
I'm like, that's your daughter, bro.
Like, he didn't even give Robbie one, and Robbie's been his number one student.
That's my big problem with this part, right? Because I was like, wait. I was like, wait. You're telling me you give this random kid you just met a headband, but not your kid?
Wait. I think this is a theory of mine. I think in part 3 that Daniel does give Sam and Robbie the Miyagi-Do headband.
You know what, Underground? You might be onto something. What if he actually gave them one of these headbands that we see in this trailer? What if he actually already gave them that in part 3? Because this is 3 years after, right?
Yeah, he could have been. But and like I said, I said, I don't like how they didn't set her I respect what you guys are saying. It's like, but also don't just assume the worst. You know, they might not have her defend Axel to Miguel at all. Like give her some leeway, you know, give her some.
I just feel like the writers, my biggest problem with these writers is that I don't blame Mary Mauser or her character. I blame the writers for this because why are you trying to make me hate a character? I don't like that. Like, especially a character
in all honesty, if I had to choose between which character I hate, between Sam and Zara, I'm picking Zara because Zara's so like, I mean, and I love Reina. I think she does great and like she's amazing. Like she's such a great person, and her karate, her moves are unbelievable. But the character Zara, I don't like she's so superficial.
Hot take. Can I give you guys a hot take?
What?
Yeah.
I prefer Zara over Sam.
Really?
Listen, we just got Zara, okay? Give her a break. We just got her this part. Sam has been in the show since season 1.
Sam's not being given a break. Sam's never been given.
Yeah, but Sam hasn't been really that good though. At the same time,
but neither has Zara. Zara's been so superficial, and what she did to Robbie,
honestly, that is messed up. I won't. That's the one thing I didn't like. But at the same time, I'm not gonna say that Zara is a bad character, like a bad character, until I see part 3, until I really know what's going on. Because I want to see more of her character.
Honestly, given how so superficial and how she is with Tori and what she did with Robbie, honestly, if I have to choose between who's the better character, Zara or Sam, I'm choosing Sam because at
I
least
just feel like,
Sam's had her good seasons. Sam's had
I
her
mean,
good moments, and she's not. And honestly, despite her flaws, she's a kind-hearted person she
sure.
really had Tori's back. She had Tori and Robbie's back in that brawl. Nobody was touching her in that brawl except for Quan. And seriously, I'm
Yo, I'm
sorry.
sorry, wait, Quan. I'm sorry, but did Sam really think she could take on Quan? Like, I know this is not supposed to be
He was
funny, but
trying to defend Robbie.
like Quan is that like Quan or Sam? Did you forget episode 9 where he literally kicked you and then?
No, I know, but she was trying to look out. She was trying to defend Robbie.
You know what I would have done? You know how I would have done it?
She had Robbie. She had Robbie on the ground.
You know, here's the thing, Melissa. Here's the thing, Melissa. You know what I would have done? And this is how Sam could be smart. Imagine she calls out Miguel's name, right? And Miguel sees that Robbie's getting destroyed, and then Miguel throws Axel to the side, and he saves Robbie, and then we actually get a proper fight between Miguel and Quan before he dies, bro.
Yeah,
I would have wanted Miguel and Quan to fight. I wanted to see that.
But I'm just saying, the reason, I don't think she was thinking about that. She was just trying, she was believe it or not, she was willing to get her butt kicked, with Quan just to save Robbie. So
I just feel like Sam kind of made a mistake there, just a little bit, just because Sam. Axel's literally right there. He could have seen that. He could have gotten really pissed off because he likes you.
I don't think she realizes the extent of how much.
Let's be honest. I love Sam. Like, I love her, but she kind of started the Quan and Axel rivalry. I can't lie. Like, a little bit.
No. That rivalry was already there because Quan is an egotistical jerk.
I like Quan. Okay. I get it.
Wait. Hold on. He's an egotistical, arrogant jerk who can't take a loss.
I know, I get that, Melissa, but here's the thing.
You really can't take a loss, though.
Here's the thing. I've seen a lot of people ask me who's a better character, Quan or Sam. I think it's Quan just because I just love how funny he is.
He's written better.
He's written so much better. Like, he's such a great villain that people just hate him. It's so funny to me because even the lines he has.
She didn't start that rivalry. Quan started that rivalry.
I just feel like, you're right. He did kind of start it himself.
No, he did. Not kind of. He did.
But I don't know because Quan. I don't know.
He's such an egotistical, arrogant jerk that he couldn't take a loss. So
I mean, let's be honest. Can I be honest real quick?
He started that.
Can I be honest real quick?
Completely.
Hold on, can I be honest real quick?
Nobody else did.
I know a lot of people have said that. I see a lot of people say that Sam would have beaten him in the alley in episode 8. I disagree with that, actually.
I don't know.
I think Quan could. Here's the thing. Quan can still fight.
Quan was drunk.
Yeah, but he could still fight. He could still fight.
I don't know. Quan was drunk.
Did you see Chosen and Johnny? They were drunk. Let's not forget about Johnny. He was drunk and he could still fight. And Chosen too.
Yeah, but he wasn't as drunk as Quan. Quan was literally wobbling.
Johnny too. And Joe would agree with this. Johnny was drunk. He beat up 5 senseis.
Yeah, but he's a master and Quan's still a student. And
yeah, but Quan's really good. So what? We're saying Sam's better than Quan now? Or is that what we're saying?
Look how easy it was. I don't know. They never had that.
I don't like that. If they're right.
It could have been even.
Here's the thing. If the writers are trying to make... I disagree. I think Quan's better than Sam.
Wait, Yoda Joe, what do you think?
Quan is... Joe, you could agree with me. Quan's better than Sam. Oh, Joe, is Joe muted? What's happening?
Sorry, guys. I was just focused on this.
Hold on. Wait. In the fight between Axel and Sam and Quan in the alley episode 8, and keep in mind Quan was very drunk along with the rest of the Cobra Kai students. Who do you think if Sam would have fought Quan, and Sam and Axel were sober, if Sam would have fought Quan, who would have won that fight?
Well, to be fair, in that situation, is it just Sam in this situation one-on-one with Quan?
Yeah, sorta.
Well, even though he's drunk, being drunk, it can mess up a lot of your things. but if we're talking separating the character from the actor, Quan is so cocky and so overconfident that I think realistically, Sam is a really good fighter, and when she has the advantages that she uses, she has a lot of things that works really well for her. If she fought Quan that wasn't drunk, I don't think she has a chance because his skills just outrank hers. But when has a disadvantage, then I think that she would win because.
So you think that she would have? You think that she would have won? She would have won in that scene with Quan drunk.
Yes, only because he's drunk.
Right. That's what basically I'm saying.
Because Quan's training is better than Sam's.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like I think Sam too would have won against a drunk Quan.
Because they haven't said this yet, and I'm curious if you guys if they'll ever explain this in the show because we're kind of done with Quan now.
Yeah.
Nobody's really talked about this, but I wanted to get your guys' take on this. So when in part 1 when they show off Yoon and Quan's skills, right? And Kim Da-eun is talking about them and talking about how much pride she has for Yoon, right?
Yep.
One thing I was thinking about was, even though we know that she's been there, but she wasn't there the entire time because she was in the valley in season 5.
Yeah.
Do you think these students, even though he is like 100 years old, when you're teaching, you stand from the distance and watch and kind of still give instruction? Do you think Master Kim will be upset when in part 3 because Quan's dead because he actually liked Quan and actually trained him well?
Ooh.
I don't think he'll be upset like for that reason. I think he'll be upset that he lost a soldier.
I don't know, because if you go back to part 1, when Kreese gets in Master Kim's face about Johnny beating his senseis, he was mad.
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
I actually don't. I know Master Kim is a guy who doesn't care, but I actually think that Master Kim even himself thought that Quan would be the best student too, because I don't know what it is, but like he probably thinks that too. But now that he's gone, he's probably gonna be so upset too. Like, why would you do this, Kreese? Like,
the other thing we're forgetting about that I think is even more important, because I'm guessing wherever when they move Quan's body, they're probably gonna move the knife somewhere, and Kreese isn't gonna get it back. Master Kim's gonna be pissed that he lost that knife.
He's gonna be like, you failed the mission. Sorry.
I'm
trying to say something.
He's gonna be very upset. I have a feeling.
All right, Joe. But Joe. But we can all agree that Quan is the better fighter than Sam.
Well, not drunk. Yeah, which was my point.
Because let's be honest, like Sam would get destroyed in like 10 seconds if she was standing up against Quan. Like,
Right, but my whole point was that Sam could have beat him in that scene while he was drunk.
I'm glad. Here's the thing, Melissa. I'm glad they didn't do that. You know why? And this is just like, it makes too much sense on why. Because everyone's gonna hate on Sam. They're gonna hate on. They have a reason to hate Sam. That's why I'm glad they didn't do it. Because I don't want people hating on Sam because of that situation. So thank you, writer, for not putting that.
But in all honesty, I do think they're gonna do something with her, like Joe. Like, I do think that they will do something with Sam, like something big with Sam in part 3.
I want to hope so, but these run times are getting me a little concerned. They're getting me a little worried.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest. I know Hayden usually lies. I don't think he's lying this time. Can I be real honest with you guys? I don't think he's lying.
I agree with you, honestly. I
don't think he's lying. Let's be for real around. Like, we've seen these run times before.
Yeah,
I feel like every episode is beginning to be shorter rather than longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like, I think these episodes don't expect these episodes to be that long. I mean, like I actually had a prediction how long these episodes will be. I'll just say it. Episode 11, 38. Episode 12, 39. Episode 13, 39. Episode 14, 48. Episode 15, 49. That's how it is. That's how I do it.
Yeah. So, Joe, you don't think that they will do anything with Sam's character?
No, I'm having a hard time because they keep pushing characters to the side, and it makes me a little concerned.
Yeah, see, I don't know. That's the thing. I don't.
They've been pushing Sam. They've already pushed Sam to the side.
And they could keep doing it because it seems like they forget
Okay, can I be honest with you guys? I get why people are upset about Sam, why they're pushing away. But why do people... I hate how people say, oh, they keep pushing Sam away. What about Hawk? What has he been doing?
They put Hawk away for far too long.
Even more farther than Sam. Like, even more farther than Sam.
Yeah, they nerfed Hawk.
It's really too bad because Hawk is one of the best characters of the show when they started.
Yeah, but I will say this, though. He's not, like, necessarily one of the main teens.
Yeah, but he's been there since season 1, though. In episode 2.
I know, but it's kind of like Sam, Robbie, and Miguel have been the forefront.
I just don't like that because Hawk is one of those characters that everyone loves, right? Hawk is like that guy. Like yeah. I just wish they would have done something with Hawk this season.
Yeah, I wish they would have too.
Like Hawk deserves better. Let's be honest. Hawk deserves better.
Honestly, I feel like, to me, and I know they introduced all these new characters and all these teens, but to me, even though there will be certain characters that will get their wins, I've kind of made my peace with the only character. If you're going to do a show and you're going to focus on all these characters, if you're going to neglect everyone, the only thing, like part 3 could still be bad and there could still be a lot of issues. The only thing, and I won't be completely pleased, I'll still be upset with the other characters, but I just want them to live up to their promise and just finally actually like finish their stories in a way that's meaningful for each of the characters. But right now, the only one with these short run times, the only one they're on track for to ever properly finish, because we already know this. I don't want to even get into leaks, but we already know that Johnny sounds like he's going to be the only one that gets a fulfilling ending. Yeah. And maybe Miguel. I would say Johnny and Miguel are probably the only ones that probably get it.
Yeah. I mean, Miguel is the main kid, right? So it makes sense.
So I think
if Tori wins the Sekai Tekka, she gets a fulfilling ending too.
That's true. That's another thing. Tori too. I'll add that to the list.
Yeah, I guess Tori. Yeah, it's weird that Tori would get an ending that's more fitting before Sam does, though, considering Sam was on the show.
Yeah, that's the whole thing, and that's why I think like if Tori's going to get an ending, Sam has to get a fulfilling. Sam is going to get a fulfilling ending.
Yeah,
I just don't get.
Don't make sense. Better.
You know the one thing I don't get, Joe.
Yeah.
Why couldn't they just end it with season 5? Because season 5, how much I'm betting you guys by the end of this show, Sam would have had a better ending in season 5 than season 6. How much I'm betting you right now?
I mean, if they make her a sensei, if they do make her a sensei.
What if they don't make her sensei, though? What if they don't make her sensei?
I have a feeling they might because, she's not going to college. I don't think she's going to college.
Let's pretend, though. Let's pretend that she doesn't become a sensei, right? We've seen part 3. What would you think of that?
Honestly, I'd say it's like a waste of her character. But
I think season 5 should have been the ending because you had what do you had at the end of season 5? You had Miguel and Sam getting back together, which pretty cool moment with Sam Miguel in game. You have Tor and Robbie getting back together. You had Johnny finally getting the ending he deserves. And he finally changes his life.
The only thing I think is sad, though, at the end of season 5, I don't think his arc. I think out of all the characters, I'll be honest, like sometimes these writers, when they focus on all these different characters, they don't fully commit to finishing.
You know what, Joe? Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
I think every character in season 5 has completed their arcs except for Johnny.
Exactly. Finally, someone actually admits what I've been saying. It's like. The only reason we need season 6, it'd be better off just to remind people whose show this was from the beginning and finish that story the way it's meant to be. Instead of doing a season 6, you're only going to do 15 episodes. Finish that arc in a meaningful way and focus on that. Don't destroy the character.
You know what, Joe? I know I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm gonna pretend season 6 did not exist. The only reason why it exists because Johnny's getting an ending.
I would rather Johnny get a movie, honestly. Like
that's what I'm going to pretend because I'm going to pretend season 6 is not a part of Cobra Kai because it's really not. Like it just feels like I don't know what it is. Season 6, yeah.
How we had a kid's storyline in season 5, and then we just gave Johnny a movie to finish his story.
That's the thing. And here's the thing, Joe. Season 6 feels forced. That's not the word I'm going to use. It feels forced in because
Yes.
Like what are we doing here? Like what is this world that we're doing here?
Sad too is Daniel got 3 movies, and now he's about to get a guest spot in a 4th.
Here's the thing, Joe. Daniel, let's talk about Daniel. He got his ending in season 5. He defeated Silver with the crane kick. Like, well,
So why couldn't Johnny get a solo story where he wasn't having to tie with all the characters and finish his arc off? Like,
and it's so hard to do it because you have so many characters now.
you know what would have been really nice, Chosen, that would have finished the arc off?
Yeah.
Johnny had like a type of movie, like a standalone movie, where he goes off with the remainder of what were their names? Bobby and Tommy's dad. What is it? Is it Jimmy that's still alive?
Yeah, Jimmy.
Yeah.
If they rode off to the sunset and did some little, almost like a little side quest adventure, and they have some clarity, and Johnny goes and gets, like, maybe they get some fights, maybe something happens.
And then maybe that's where Sensei Wolf gets introduced.
Yeah, and then you could do that in a movie. It'd feel more grand. It'd feel more focused on Johnny. I don't like that we have to have Johnny still like, oh, Johnny's the sensei. That's his responsibility. That's his arc. That's this. And like, no. How about we just finish Johnny's story? Johnny being a father. Johnny becoming the person he said he's wanted to be since the first Karate Kid movie. Because that's where we're headed, where we're supposed to be headed. But I don't like the journey that it takes to get there. We have to destroy Johnny's character. Honestly, Chosen, I can't believe I have to say this, but you remember what they did in Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker, where they destroyed a character and then brought them back up?
Yeah.
I feel like these writers, as much as I hate to admit it, were kind of getting to that Last Jedi, Rise of Skywalker territory with Johnny.
Yeah.
They destroyed him in season 6, like they did in part 1 and part 2, just like they did in Last Jedi, and now we head to part 3. Watch them build him up.
It's so dumb. What are we doing, bro? I don't know. Hold on. What are we doing here? Because part 1 sucks. I don't care what it says. Part 1 sucks. I don't care what anyone says. Part 2, it was good, but still was not great.
I still haven't heard a legitimate argument to why Mike and Johnny couldn't have actually had a good fight. Like, I still don't.
Yeah.
The reason for why that fight couldn't have been.
You know, Joe, can I say something? You know
Yeah.
where season 6 is right now in my ranking? So right now, from best to worst, it's season 3, season 5, season 1, season 4, season 6, season 2. Here's the catch. Season 2, right now for me, is a 7 out of 10. And guess what season 6 is, Joe? A 7.2 out of 10. If that doesn't go high, it's going to be the worst season. If it doesn't go high.
I'm not going to rate season 6 entirely until I see all part 3. But
I just feel like now, for me personally, now it's the time because I've seen 10 episodes. I'm going to have 5 episodes left. Now, it could change, though. It could change for the worse. It could change for the best.
Here's one thing I'll say. I will not say part 3, no matter what happens in part 3 will not become my favorite season. Or, not part 3. Season 6 will not be my favorite season, no matter what.
I still think it doesn't top season 1. It doesn't top season 3. It doesn't top season 5.
And I'm still at, for my ranking is still, for my personal reasons, I'm still season 5, season 1, season 3 right now. Like, or actually, no, it's season 5, season 3, season 1 right now for me. So
we almost have the same ranking, but we switched season 5.
It's just all personal preference at this point. To me, I liked season 5 because season 5 was the least. I don't want to be mean, but it was the least children drama orientated season.
That's the thing I will say. And another thing I like about season 5, Joe, it's the first season where Daniel and Johnny doesn't bicker.
And their arcs are great. Like, Daniel kind of acts more like Johnny in certain scenes, and then Daniel tries and does things that Johnny would do, but then Johnny, he goes to Johnny for advice and guidance, and they just feel like
Where was that in season 6?
There's no reason for them to be bickering the way that they've been bickering. It doesn't make any sense. But anyway, guys, I gotta get going because I gotta go to bed.
I also have to go, actually. Yeah.
You're gonna go. But yeah,
Yeah,
I
I'm
still
gonna-
honestly I still
Okay.
have full faith that everyone's story will be brought to a conclusion. Maybe we won't be satisfied with how it gets set up, with how it was set up, but I do think that they'll be brought to a conclusion.
Yeah, I do too. Honestly.
Take care, guys.
All right.
Take
Can I,
care.
All right,
Joe,
Joe.
Joe, can I give you a call in a little bit, or
I'm going to bed.
what about tomorrow?
We'll see what I got going on tomorrow. I probably have a lot of stuff to work on tomorrow, so we'll
Yeah.
see. I'll
So,
figure it out
so
sometime.
yeah, so but yeah, let me know if you hear any more updates. So you really don't have a whole lot of faith in the writers.
I'm just getting worried. I'll be honest with you, Melissa. Lately, I know this is crazy considering all these different shows are different levels. But as I started putting together my script and I thought about Tyrell's, I've been thinking really hard about Hollywood writers, and like even though these writers aren't the biggest writers ever, one of the things I liked about the Big Three was that they were so focused on the fans and what the fans wanted, but also they would never let that jeopardize them telling a good story.
Right.
And that's one thing I won't do just because of the fans I have. My movie is still my movie, and I wanted to make sure that it had a good story. My vision still needs to be the way it is, and that needs to be the priority. So to me, I don't feel like that's being prioritized. Now there's a couple things they could do in part 3 that could satisfy me and make me happy, but it still isn't going to look very good because they only have 5 episodes to do that. So if they do it,
Yeah.
it's going to feel rushed.
Yeah, I do too. That's why. See, Johnny's gonna get a good ending. Miguel is gonna get a good ending. I just like because I already know. That's why I don't talk. I mean, Daniel's gonna get Daniel's gonna be, Daniel. He's got a wife, he's got kids, so he's still gonna have a satisfying ending. It's just
done. Like honestly, I feel like if they didn't do Karate Kid Weapons, I feel like his story would be over.
Yeah, but it's just like I'm just so like because nobody's really talked about like Robbie and like Sam, like what their endings could potentially be, and like that's why I think like Robbie and Tori are probably going to get pushed to the side and this part, and I think like Sam and Miguel are going to get their shines with Sam being a sensei and Miguel getting the Sekai Tekai.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
me too.
I won't like how it gets set up, but they can't just have Sam just stay where she is and not doing anything.
They got to do something.
Yeah, and I mean, then the writers they have said over and over again that they love Sam and Miguel as their favorite teen characters.
Well, we will see we're hopefully going to get a date announcement trailer next week, so hopefully more footage of part 3 will give us a little bit more to work with.
Yeah, and if you hear any like updates like on either of those characters, just let me know. Like,
I'm keeping my ears open for things.
Yeah. So, when's your Johnny and Sam and Miguel videos gonna come out?
Johnny and Wolf will be out tomorrow. I'm hoping Sam I got to film Sam tomorrow. If I film Sam, everything goes good tomorrow. I have a plan for the Sam video to put the clip of when she tells Miguel it's Sensei Sam from season 1 in my video. So once I get that edited together, that shouldn't take me too long.
That could have been a foreshadow.
Yep, and then Miguel, I got some good plans for. I think the Miguel one will be. Hopefully, all 3 of them will be out tomorrow.
Yeah,
I am going to be a little bit more focused because right now Cobra Kai is kind of sitting. There's so many Cobra Kai content creators out there right now, and I kind of have shifted my focus to focusing on the things I really care about right now, which is prioritizing not only my movie but shows and movies I'm actually into, like good storytelling.
Yeah, I know, I agree, and this is why I wanted to have this conversation with you before, because no offense, like with CVO, but it's just like kind of like when he was on here, I wasn't really getting that much of a without getting interrupted,
Yeah, for me, I just feel like he kind of overtakes everything with him. For me, like I'm focused. Like I talk about it really well about how like there's a lot of things I want to see finished, but to me, the thing I fell in love with this show up for was that Johnny was finally getting the respect that he deserved.
Yeah, me too.
And so I'm just happy that hopefully they're going to do a good enough job of like.
Yeah.
Because I
That's
don't
what
want
I hope.
to, but my video confirms some things that I have information about that Johnny's already guaranteed to have a really good ending.
Yeah. So, I mean, generally speaking, like I know, like, because with CBO not here, generally speaking, like, what do you really think, like, with what they've done with the characters in season 6? I mean, were you being totally honest, or were
Yeah, there's a lot of things I'm pretty honest about because I just
Yeah.
feel that there's things that they shouldn't be doing. Like I'm not as blunt about it as Chosen is, but like I do have problems.
So do I.
Like I think they've destroyed Dimitri's character. Like I do not, if he's on screen, I do not care anything that comes out of his mouth. I do not want to see him. I'm sure he'll get screen time. I'd rather he not get any screen time because he's dead as a character right now.
Yeah.
I'm done with his character.
Yep.
And when we started this show by like season 3, Hawk was in my top 3 characters, and they destroyed his character.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the fact that he
interact
They
properly.
nerfed him so badly.
Yep.
We all kind of had a feeling that they were gonna push him to the side a little bit, like after he won the All Valley. We all felt that way because like
But
his
even though I
arc was
love
pretty much his role in the story was pretty much complete. But I had no idea. I did not want them to nerf him the way that they did. Like they
the thing I don't understand is like, couldn't it just have been that Kenny had a move that he'd never seen, and then Hawk just fight back aggressively after sustaining an injury? Why did it have to be a nerf? Why couldn't it be, whoa, I had no idea I saw that coming. And then Hawk fights back, and then Kenny and Hawk have this great fight, and they're on a level where it actually just makes sense. They need to think better about the power scaling.
Right.
Like, I feel like this show, and I hate to be this way, but it's kind of like they took like crappy pieces from like anime and go, oh, this character always has to be stronger than this character, so we have to power scale them to this level. They forget about that characters need to actually have good stats and things that show why they're a better fighter or why they should. Like this character.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it, they really did.
Yeah.
I mean, they really did.
Okay. And as much as I'm really hyping for like them to do something with Sam, if they leave her the way that they do, I'll be okay with it. Like I'll be okay with it. But I want them to do something with her. I mean, like I mean, if she's gonna stay the way that she is, been through part 2 and part 1, I'm okay with it because I don't want them to ruin her character.
I'd like
But
her to just get a good arc. Yeah.
What?
I'd like her to just get a good arc.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I would like, but if I have my preference though, I'd rather her get a good arc. I think she deserves it in part 3.
You know, I was gonna say I wasn't gonna say it when Chosen was here, but I was just talking to Ella about it. Right now, with all the stuff that's been going on, I know that part 3 will happen first and it will end first. Even after only one trailer, even though knowing you got Sony at the head of it and with still a lot of uncertainty things, if we're just going off the one trailer, compared to like with what we're seeing in season 6 of Cobra Kai, I'm more excited for Karate Kid Legends than any of the stuff I've seen in season 6 of Cobra Kai because it feels like something fresh and new, and it feels something different, and I don't have to worry about, oh, what's this character doing with I love? Like, oh, what's this character doing? I can say, oh, I'm interested in this story. What's Mr. Han and Daniel doing? Okay, let's see where this goes. Like, so that's something I'm looking forward to. It's going to be refreshing to be in this universe and not have to worry about what every single little character is doing.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, I get it. I'm like that way too. So I understand. I'm like that too. I know it probably doesn't seem like it, but I am.
Yeah. Melissa, because it's getting bedtime. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
All right. Bye.
All right.
Bye. Oh man.
Have a great night. Okay. All right.
Oh, yeah. I'll be honest. I am okay that they're doing the whole multiverse thing
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah, it's
entertaining and it tells more s- uh s- uh story, old story, new story, story in the future.
yeah. Okay, look, I know karate hates it, and I know
Yeah,
that there are some people who love it. I know karate and world, you know, they don't like it,
yeah,
um and there are some people that do love it. I honestly I don't know how I feel about it. I really don't. A part of me wishes that that sees potential in it, but another part of me is like, I wish they would just leave it alone, just not, not make it a multiverse, not, like if they're gonna have movies, fine, make them their own movies. I mean, you can have like little connections here and there, but
yeah,
I really don't know how I feel about it. If I'm being honest,
and that's fine.
I really don't. I'm like right smack dab in the middle where I could see the potential, but I could also see the downfall. And Full House fan, the poster is out. Where can you see it? Where did they? Are you sure that's the poster? Um, can you
Um,
underground? Can you look it up if they've released the poster?
um, uh, um, the, the only way I know for sure that the poster is out if the actresses and actors uh post them and and yeah and from what I'm seeing um I don't see anything.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything either.
um hey Melissa, I know you have to go soon,
Yeah, yeah.
but um do you want to finish uh the rest of the pictures that I have? Or
Yeah, we could finish it.
okay.
I mean, yeah. I'm not seeing. Yeah, I'm not a Full House fan. I'm not seeing where there's a poster.
All right. How about with this
Yeah, that
scene?
was pretty good. This has to be like where the fight scene that takes place. Um,
Yeah, yeah,
in that other shot.
and that has to be a karate uh pamphlet right there.
Yeah.
I like how they are training. Um, I don't know if that's either kung fu or karate.
Um. Seeing as how it just seems like it's just with Mr. Han and this might be before Daniel uh
Oh yeah,
came.
it
Um,
looks like it. It
yeah,
looks
so
like it.
this might just be kung fu.
Okay, this I want to see.
Yeah.
Be, because um me, you, and Chosen were talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
I really do think that Lee um becomes Miyagi-Do.
Yeah. Yeah. Or you know what? Actually, I have a better idea. What if
Yeah.
he's not? What if they're like? What if he's not Miyagi Do, but a blend of it? Like, what if he's like? What if he makes the dojo all his own?
Oh, that can work too.
That blends
Now I'm
both
thinking about
Miyagi
it.
Do, like blends both Miyagi Do karate and Mr. Han's kung fu together.
Oh wow. Oh wow, Melissa. I like where your head's at.
Yeah.
I like the way you think
Yeah,
and
because yeah,
have theories
because like
about
we have
that.
plenty of Miyagi Do students and Cobra
Yeah.
Kai students, and going by with what and Mr. Han has plenty of students for his dojo. What if Lee like uses everything that Daniel and Mr. Han teaches him to not only create his own style but create his own dojo?
Yo, that'll be awesome. Hey, um, I don't know if you noticed, um, um,
Yeah,
doesn't it, Daniel and Mr. Han and Lee, r- resemble a certain movie?
um, yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Just can't put my finger on it.
Karate Kid
Yeah,
Part 3.
yeah,
Yeah, how Silver and Kreese trains Mike Barnes. Now this
yeah,
time is Mr. Han and Daniel training Glee.
yeah, yep,
I just picked up on that. I don't know if you or Chosen or Joe did.
yeah, yeah. I kind of picked up on it too.
Yeah, and I can't wait until they spar.
Yeah, that's gonna be amazing, and that's putting it mildly.
Hmm. And you know what's funny? That um all of these photos except for the three
Yeah,
um are from the trailer.
yep, yep.
Yeah.
They all are. That's another thing that I have a problem with this trailer is that They they spoil too much.
Yeah, they do, kind of. Now the now that I'm noticing it, they do.
Yeah. It's like they released the pictures, but they released the trailer that reveals what is happening in the pictures.
Yeah.
Instead of letting us like try to figure it out.
Yeah. Like see for ourselves.
Yep.
And I think that this shot right here is is where his actual tournament is gonna be.
Yeah. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, and um okay, I am about to end it.
Okay.
Um
This is a great stream.
um could could you stay on for a minute because I want to uh talk to you
Yeah.
about
Yep. Yep.
a few things.
Yep. Okay.
Okay. All right. Hold on. Yeah, all right guys. Well, I am going to end it here. This was a fun podcast. We covered a lot and we talked about a lot as well. Melissa, you want to add anything?
I think that this was a terrific podcast, one of our best yet, and I can't wait for next week.
Yeah. Um. Um. So if y- so if you enjoyed this, like, share, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you guys on the next podcast episode 18. Yeah. So take care, guys. And we will see you next Friday.